All right now, welcome everybody to Living Senior. Let me tell you, I'm thrilled you're here with us today. We're about to talk about something that puts a smile on everybody's face, no matter your age. Holidays, that's right, getting away, seeing new things, or just taking a break from the everyday. It's good for the soul, good for your spirit, keeps you young at heart, and that's what we're all about here. Now, I know what some of you all might be thinking. Holidays can be expensive, or I don't know if I can manage all that travel. And I hear you, I really do. That's why today we're going to break it all down. We're going to explore a whole range of holiday ideas. Something for every budget, every energy level, and every dream you got tucked away. We're talking smart travel, folks. Big fun without breaking the bank or wearing yourself out. And here's the deal. For every single idea we talk about, I'm going to give you the real skinny. We'll look at the good stuff, the pros, what makes it shine. We'll look at the not so good stuff, the cons, things you've got to consider. We'll even give you an estimated cost so you can see what you're working with, and a cost score out of 10, 10 being super affordable and 1 being, well, you better start saving now. So grab a seat, get comfortable, because we're about to plan your next adventure. All right, first up on the board, we got guided group tours. Now, let me tell you, this is for folks who like to have things handled. You want to see the sights, meet some new, interesting people, but you don't want to be fussing with maps or booking every little thing yourself. Then a guided tour might just be your ticket to paradise. Think about it. You sign up, they pick you up, they got an itinerary all laid out. Someone's there telling you all the history and the good stories. It's like having a personal concierge for your whole trip. You can just sit back, relax, and soak it all in. Plus, you're with a group. So there's always someone to chat with, share a laugh, or even take your picture by that big old monument. Now, the pros are pretty clear. It's social. You're going to meet folks. It's often very accessible. They're used to catering to different needs. And there's definitely safety in numbers, which gives a lot of people peace of mind. But on the flip side, the kunst is you've got less flexibility. If you want to spend an extra hour at that cute little coffee shop, well, the bus might be leaving. And sometimes these tours can lean towards the pricey side. We're talking an estimated cost of around $1,500 to $3,000 per week. So for our cost score, we're going to give this one a 4 out of 10. It ain't the cheapest, but for some, the convenience is worth every penny. Next up, let's talk about cruise holidays. The call of the open sea. Can't you just feel that ocean breeze? Cruises are a fantastic option, especially because they've gotten really good at offering all sorts of accessible amenities. We're talking ships that are easy to get around, activities for every single ability level, and you only have to unpack one time. That's a big one, folks. You get on, settle into your cabin, and then your hotel travels with you from one beautiful port to another. They got food, they got shows, they got pools, they got bingo. Sometimes they even got a casino, if that's your thing. So the pros are huge. It's often all-inclusive, meaning your meals and a lot of entertainment are covered. Many ships are wheelchair-friendly, and there's just so much to do right there on board. But let's be real, there are cons too. Cruises can get expensive, especially if you start adding on excursions or fancy drinks. There's always the risk of seasickness for some folks, though there's plenty of remedies for that these days. And sometimes, believe it or not, there might be some age restrictions or considerations for certain activities, or even for boarding, depending on health. Estimated cost, you're looking at about $1,000 to $2,500 per week. So for the cost score, we're giving cruises a 5 out of 10, a solid middle ground option. All right, let's switch gears now. For those of you all who like to be in the driver's seat, literally and figuratively, let's talk about the good old road trip. There's a certain kind of freedom that comes with hitting the open road, isn't there? Just you, your companions, a map, or a GPS for you modern folks, and a sense of adventure. The beauty of a road trip is that it's incredibly flexible. You can plan your route, stop when you want, where you want. See a quirky roadside attraction, pull over, find a charming little town, stay an extra day. It can be completely tailored to your mobility needs and your interests. Now, the pros are pretty obvious. You've got total control over your pace and your itinerary. You can travel with family, pack all your grandkids in the back if you want, and it's often pet-friendly, so Fido can come along for the ride. But there are cons to consider. Long drives can be tiring, no doubt about it, especially if you're the one doing all the driving. And you might need to think about an accessible vehicle if there are mobility challenges. For the cost, this one's looking pretty good. estimated around $500 to $1,500 per week, depending on how fancy you get with accommodations and food. So we're going to give the road trip a strong 7 out of 10 on the cost score. That's what I'm talking about. Now, hold on a minute. Some of you all might be thinking, James, I don't want to go nowhere too far. I like my own bed, my own kitchen, and you know what? There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's why our next idea is the staycation. That's right, a vacation right there in your own hometown or pretty close by. It means enjoying all the holiday activities without any of the travel stress. You can be a tourist in your own city. Visit that museum you've always meant to check out, try that new restaurant, or just spend some quality time in your own backyard. Relaxing and rejuvenating. The pros here are huge, especially when it comes to your wallet. It's very, very affordable. There's no travel stress, no packing a million bags, no airport security lines, no nothing. You're in your familiar, comfortable environment. Now the cons? Well, for some it might have a little less sense of adventure. It might not feel like a real break if you're still surrounded by your everyday chores and responsibilities, but if you plan it right, it can be just as refreshing. Estimated cost? We're talking maybe $100 to $500 for the whole experience. That's why on the cost score, the staycation gets a perfect 10 out of 10. Can't beat that with a stick. All right, let's get some fresh air, shall we? Our next holiday idea is all about accessible nature retreats. Sometimes what the soul really needs is to reconnect with the great outdoors. We're talking about visiting beautiful national parks, staying in accessible lodges, or finding those spots that have well-maintained trails perfect for all mobility levels. Imagine waking up to the sound of birds, smelling the pine trees, and seeing some incredible natural beauty. It's good for the body, good for the mind, and it just makes you feel peaceful. A lot of these places have put a real effort into making sure everyone can enjoy what they have to offer. The pros are pretty clear. You get that wonderful fresh air, there are often accessible trails and boardwalks, and it's incredibly relaxing. Just being in nature can lower your stress levels. It's a proven fact. Now, for the cons, some parks, especially the older or more rugged ones, might still have limited accessibility in certain areas, so you've got to do your research. And of course, you're a bit at the mercy of the weather. If it rains all week, well, that can put a damper on things. Estimated cost for a nature retreat is around $300 to $1,000 per week. That's pretty darn good, so we're giving this one an 8 out of 10 on the cost score. Go breathe that good air.
Know you've been a good friend.
This next one, folks, this one's close to my heart. It's all about visiting family or friends. Sometimes, the best holiday isn't about seeing new places, but about reconnecting with the people who mean the most to you. Going to see the grandkids, spending time with your siblings, or catching up with old friends you haven't seen in a while. Those moments, those connections, that's what life is truly all about. It's the laughter, the shared meals, the stories you tell for the 100th time, but they still make everyone smile. That's a vacation for the soul right there. The pros are huge in the emotional department. The benefits of strengthening those bonds are immeasurable, and if you're staying with family or friends, it can be incredibly low cost. They might even cook for you. Can't beat that. Now, the cons. The travel logistics can still be a factor, getting from your place to theirs, and for some, it might not feel like a true holiday if you're falling into old family dynamics or helping out around their house. But the joy of connection often outweighs all that. Estimated cost here can be as low as $200 to $800, mainly for travel. So, for the cost score, this gets a fantastic 9 out of 10. Go hug your people. All right, for all you adventurous spirits out there, the ones with a little wanderlust still burning bright, our last idea is overseas travel. That's right. We're talking about packing your passport, hopping on a plane, and exploring whole new cultures. Seeing those world-famous landmarks you've only dreamed about. Maybe it's strolling through Paris, seeing the ancient ruins in Rome, or experiencing the vibrant markets of Marrakesh. These are those big bucket list type trips, the kind that create memories that will truly last a lifetime. Talk about stories to tell the grandkids. Now, the pros are undeniable. It's incredibly exciting, it's educational, and it's a chance to tick off some major bucket list experiences. You come back with a whole new perspective on the world. But let's be honest, this one's usually the big spender. The cons include it being expensive. Flights, accommodations, everything adds up. You absolutely need good travel insurance, especially when traveling internationally. And there can be possible age or health restrictions or considerations, and long flights can be tough. The estimated cost? We're looking at $2,000 to $5,000, and that can easily go higher per week. So, on our cost score, overseas travel gets a 3 out of 10. It's an investment for sure, but for some, it's the dream of a lifetime. All right, folks, there you have it. 7 fantastic holiday ideas for every taste and every budget. We talked about guided group tours, social, but can be pricey, a 4 out of 10 for cost. Then cruise holidays, all-inclusive fun, a 5 out of 10. Don't forget road trips. Flexible and pet-friendly, a solid 7. For ultimate affordability, the Staycation gets a perfect 10. Accessible nature retreats offer peace and beauty for an 8. Visiting family or friends, that wonderful heart connection, gets a 9. And for the big adventure, overseas travel, exciting but costly, scores a 3 out of 10. Whew, that's a lot of options. Now, the most important thing I can tell you is this. The best holiday for you is the one that fits your needs, your desires, and your budget. Think about what truly makes you happy, what rejuvenates your spirit. Is it adventure? Is it relaxation? Is it connecting with loved ones? Don't let anyone else tell you what your perfect holiday should be. Listen to that little voice inside. Consider these options we talked about, and then go make some incredible memories. You deserve it, every single one of you. And hey, before you go, I'd love to hear from you. What are some of your favorite holiday experiences? Got any other great ideas for seniors looking to travel smart and have fun? Drop them in the comments below. Let's share the wisdom. Thank you so much for watching Living Senior today. If you found this helpful, and I sure hope you did, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss out on more great content coming your way. Until next time, stay blessed, stay adventurous, and live your best life.